What's going on, everybody? Today's game was kind of hard to watch, but I did catch it. Final score: Twins 15-11 against the Eagles. Um, Even though the Eagles put 11 runs on the board, the game really wasn't that. I mean, it was close in a like the second inning, but other than that, they were always behind. Game didn't start out well. The starter gave up like a 3-run homer uh, uh, to the Twins in the first inning, and then another run in the second inning. But the Eagles came back in the second inning with 5 runs to take their lead briefly, and then everything looked good for a little bit. But the starter loaded the bases, and then I, I don't know if it was him or the reliever that came in. I got lucky, and the defense saved them. But on the very next, no, not the very next, on the fourth inning, he loaded the bases again. The I think the By that time the starter was already pulled. Um, and I think the reliever walked in 2 runs before he was pulled, and then another reliever came in, and he was even worse. But the story of the day pretty much is that the um the Eagles pitching staff just couldn't throw strikes. I think like both teams threw the pitching staff at this game. I think if I remember correctly, it's like in this game they went through about 16 pitchers, and then 9 of those were the Twins pitchers. So the bullpen for both teams for today was pretty much shot. So I think it's one of the reasons why I think I'm going to avoid this game tomorrow, because like who knows what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, today the Eagles couldn't throw any strikes, and but luckily the line was making hard contact with the ball, you know. So and then that was the difference in the game. But I don't think 15-11 is normal. I mean, normally when you score 11 runs, like you should have won the game, you know. But at the end of the day, we lost today, so let's move on. Um, let's look at our first game. I think KT, no, Heroes at Tigers. Looks like I mean, honestly, Heroes are the dog. Last last place team at minus 250. Um, KT Wiz at Giants. KT Wiz is favored. Giants a dog at plus 110, and Lions won today. I think I will double check, but they're dogs, minus 110 dogs against the Bears. Must be something going on here. And then Dinos, Dinos lost today to the Landers, but they're like minus 225 favorites, so we have to take a close look at that. Um, and then yeah, I think I don't even see the Eagles at Twins game. I think like you just like me, Hard Rock wants nothing to do with that game because they're not. I don't think they're even offering it, so which is a good thing because I was gonna pass on it anyway until things shake out with the pitching staff for both teams. But let's take a look at the first game. Heroes at Tigers. So um, Heroes at Tigers. So today the Tigers won 9-5. All right. I think we were leaning the Tigers. I don't think we really need to look at this. So let's just save some time. Um, um, Hero, the pitcher for the Heroes ERA against the Tigers is 10.13. Like, wow. I in his season ERA 6.75 with like that's so 10.13. Like he should be like sent back to their like minors or whatever the KBO has. But 6.75 for the season. I guess that's like typical of the KBO. Well, let's take his short for term performance. I mean, his baseline still sucks, but let's see how what his performance was like short term. So he lasted 4 innings his last game, and then before that, 3 2/3, and then not even two. So, I mean, just looking at this is terrible. I mean, do we even need to even look any further? I mean, he wouldn't. I mean, I wonder if he was the reliever in this Tigers game and Dinos. That would make more sense because I don't see why they would pull him after giving up 1 run. But looks like the most recent game against the Bears, he gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, and he lasted 4 innings. So I don't think we need to look at anymore. I mean, he's not a good pitcher on a losing team. This should be an easy call. I mean, yeah, 4.19, 1.42 WHIP, 7-3. I mean, all right. I don't think I need to look anymore. I think the lean on this is the Tigers. Um, yeah. I mean, I don't think there's any way that you would take the Heroes, not even for a potential upset. I mean, obviously at -250, that's the only playable option is the run line at -125. KT Wiz at Giants. KT Wiz -140 favorites. So the Giants are home dogs. So KT Wiz won today, 6-1. I mean, do we really need to look at this? I think just by the score alone, Giants were never in it. So let's just take it to look at tomorrow's game. KT Wiz. 2 foreign imports. I did briefly look at their MLB records. I think Beasley was. Well, they were both not great MLB players. I think their careers were short, and they're former MLB players for a reason. So, I mean, I think their ERA was in like 6 something, like 7. I think Beasley had a lower ERA, but for the most part, they weren't great. But just looking at like the eye test, it looks like Beasley has a 2-0 record against KT. So he seems to have their number with a .75 ERA. Like, I wonder if that's like an aberration. Like, I mean, but let's take a look at Sauer first. Let's see what's going on with him. Solid performance by Sauer last 2 games. His oldest game on June 24th was only one that doesn't look good. Gave up 5 runs on 8 hits. But against the Twins, he did okay on July 18th. And then against the Lot Giants, he gave up 2 runs and 6 hits. Just looking at this, I mean, it's not a bad. So let's take a look at Beasley. Pretty solid performance, recent performance. Maybe had a hiccup against the LG. Lasted 4 1/3 innings. Yeah, it looks like he must have been pulled in the 4th inning after giving up 4 runs. One of those being a home run. So but he did pretty well against Landers and the Wiz. So I mean, just looking at this stuff, like you would think that Jeremy Beasley or the Giants should be favored. Um, so why aren't they? Sour. Hmm. I mean, based on I would look at, like, I think the Giants, um, they should be at like a more in like a closer. I mean, I don't think the Giants should be favored, but they may be like this line should be maybe a little lower, maybe like minus 120, or even. I mean, this game should be almost like a coin flip, but I mean, defensively, I think the KT Wiz has been like winning. Let's see, take a look at KT Wiz. I mean, so KT Wiz won today against Giants 6-1, 5-4 on the 24th. They had a tie with the Bears on the 21st in July, and then they beat the Twins, which is not bad, and then Twins get an 8-2. So I can see why they're favored. Um, and then oh yeah, this is why, like, one, two, three, four-game losing streak. I mean, although we do have, I think we might have the pitching advantage. I think the we have a lineup advantage with KT Wiz, so that's why they're favored. All right, let's move on to the next game, and then so I think the lean here would be like KT Wiz money line. So I mean, that's can it. So I don't have a play of the day right now, so I mean, hopefully by the time we get done with the last two teams, we'll confirm one. But take a look at the next game. Lions won today, but they're dogs against the Bears, minus 110. All right, that's a situation where you're looking at the line and saying, "What?" I mean, I think they won decisively, didn't they today? Let's take a look at that. I mean, 4-1. I wouldn't call that decisive, but that's still a decent win. Like, Bears did damage first in the first inning with one run, but never did anything after that. Lions put on 4 runs in the third and kind of flatline after that too. So the game ended pretty much in the third inning. Both teams gave up about 8 hits. So, oh, all right, I can see that. So let's look at today's. It must be a pitching matchup for the reason that oh yeah, because okay, so I mean, obviously, who's Roth Austin? Like, he's got. So we're in a situation where, like, we got a foreign import unknown. Where, I mean, in situations like these, like, well, so far, the foreign imports with unknown records have screwed us. I think they're like 2-0, like, going against them. But let's take a look at. Well, he has so he must be a recent acquisition for the Lions. Let's see if we can Google him. Um, Ross Austin. Um, well, wait, hold on. MLB, of course. So he did play in 2026, 0-1 record, and had a 9.9 ERA and a 2.50 WHIP. So that's why he is not playing in the MLB right now. So let's see if we can get any more information. I mean, he's not a great MLB player, but I think we've shown so far that like mediocre or slightly below average ex MLB players have been killing it in the KBO. So like we can't really ignore him. But so 0-1 record. So he never won a game this season. Um, Last 7 games, his ERA was 11.25. His season ERA for 2026, and I believe we're still in 2026. So he was cut like this, like not even finished the season. 9.09. And like, okay, well, I mean, there's not much we can say about this. So once again, this is like the third time that we're facing an unknown import, and then I have to remind you guys the first 2 times like they kind of killed us. So so let's take a look at the Bears starter against the Lions. Looks like he hasn't won anything or lost anything, which is a 0-0 win-loss record, 4.50 ERA. Season wise, his winning record is pretty decent, 8-4 win loss and 2.8 ERA, so that's good. So baseline, he's not bad, sub 3 ERA, well above 500 winning record overall. So I mean, on paper, like this should be the Bears should be the team that we should be on. Like, okay, so yeah, I mean, he did have a blip with the Dinos, giving up 4 runs and 7 hits, but 2 of those hits were home runs. So, but he dominated against the bottom 3 teams, Lot Giants and SSG Landers. So I mean, he should with his record and these 2 like losing teams. So I mean, if you're looking at this like 2.8 OERA, 1.18, that's, I mean, he's not elite, but he's kind of close. So so now we have a dilemma here. Let's take a look at this. I mean, Bears. I mean, okay. So the Bears as a team, they lost today, 1-4. I mean, just couldn't get anything done. And then 15-4. So I mean, so July 24th, they lost 15-4. But yeah, so whoever was pitching for the Bears that day had a rough day. But that also said about the Lions hitters. They had a draw against KT Wiz and then Dinos. That's not right. Oh yeah. Oh, this is the Bears. Yeah. So all right. So let's. I mean, man. I mean, on paper, but we should think about it. I think I'm going to lean the Lions with. I mean, it's a gamble, but I mean, I'm going to ignore what's on paper and my own read, and I mean, and I'll probably regret it in the more after the game. But like I said, I got burned 2 times already by foreign imports that had like no track record. So I don't want to make it a third time. But so if we lose, we lose. But I think I would go. I mean, you're getting the Lions, even if the pitcher is not that great. I mean, the starting lineup, I think the hitters should like hopefully overcome. I don't think. I mean, he's an ex MLB player, and we've shown that they in the KBO they do pretty well. So I don't see that he would have like a total collapse tomorrow, even if his performance is average. I think the starting lineup should support him. I mean, today's game, like I said, uh, Bears only put up like 1 run, so I'll take my chance with the Lions starting lineup versus the Bears starting lineup. So, all right, last game we'll look at Dinos at Landers. I don't think we can even consider this game. I think the Landers have been able to win, right? Yeah, they've been able to string 10-4 against Dinos today, 7-3 against Dinos yesterday. Maybe the Dinos are in a slump. They won against the Giants. I mean, the only real team that, yeah. So I mean, it's not like they're playing the top tier team. So, um, yeah, I can't consider this for the play of the day because obviously, like, but I mean, I mean, recent performance tells you that the Landers are playing tough, but I think I'll go with the book today, and I mean, I think the Dinos will win. I mean, look at the line, -225, and then even Hard Rock's offering -2.5. So Hard Rock's expecting the Dinos to bounce back. So now we come to the play of the day. So what's the play of the day? KT Wiz. We got two options: KT Wiz or the Samsung Lions. Uh, I think I mean, even though I like the Lions as a lean, and I think with the unknown for the Lions, a pitcher we don't have a track record, and even though we like him as a lean, I don't think I can take it as the play of the day. Because it's be a little bit of, I mean, not a little bit of gamble. It is a gamble. So I think the safer play and the most rational play would be KT Wiz money line at -140 for the play of the day. So I think I'll leave it at that, guys. So the play of the day is KT Wiz. All right. So since KBO has a break on Monday, I will see you guys. Well, I should be putting out the next video sometime Monday night. All right, later, guys.